Trying to stay cool with all this hot news. Let's talk. What up, viewers? What up? What up? Calc Soups here, and today is Friday, August 21st, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. Big thing coming out for a game that I am quite excited for is we got the final launch trailer for Star Wars Zero Company. Game doesn't come out until next Thursday, August 27th, but we got to see the launch trailer, which usually comes out a week or two ahead of time. And yeah, it looks very much a turn-based strategy with Star Wars. I've covered this game several times in the last month because I am very excited for it. I've already pre-ordered my physical copy today, so yeah, looking forward to playing Zero Company. The trailer kind of shows off different gameplay, all the different characters you'll be playing, and how it will play a lot like, you know, the XCOM games you know and love, but with that kind of Star Wars flair. I'm curious about the plot. You know, you're a group of like ragtag rogues trying to take on the Imperials or something, or some other smugglers. So it'd be interesting to see kind of how the story, which is usually pretty weak in these kind of turn-based strategy games, how those kind of feed into the overall narrative. But I am excited for Zero Company, and I'm looking forward to potentially playing it next week. So very excited for that. Moving right along, we got a little bit more. We got a little bit of gameplay. First time I've seen gameplay of Duskbloods. A lot of people. It sounds like a lot of content creators and journalists got to play the game and kind of deliver their thoughts. So I'll have a link down below for you to check out some of those videos. But yeah, it's something I hadn't expected was there's a competitive edge to it. Not only are you playing as one of eight different people with different characters in a like battle arena, battle world, but it also ends with like a competitive 3v or 1v1v1 kind of mode. Apparently, there's other modes that might come out in the future. But yeah, based on the demo of Duskbloods, it's you will be running. We have seen now that you'll be running around a world trying to build up power, and then if you have enough power, you can be one of the three people who duke it out at the end. I, for one, have already admitted that I do not possess the FromSoft DNA to kind of fight well in these games. I'm usually slow and methodical when playing my Dark Souls games, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see the kind of the PvP aspect of it all. And how that kind of relates to running around the world. It also feels like another evolution past Night Rain, which is awesome. Like, it's multiplayer, which also kind of had me questioning how well this is going to work on the Switch 2 console. So a lot of questions coming out of it, but pretty excited to see this for the next FromSoft game. Moving right along, the what was probably you could have seen coming as happening, the development of 2XKO, that's Riot's Games fighting game, will be ending its development in December. Maybe not too surprising since they had like 80 layoffs within the first couple weeks after launching the game. The one thing that is surprising is just that a company as large as Riot, with the backing of Tencent, couldn't get like a fighting game franchise up and off the ground, especially with characters that people know and love from Riot Games. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff that seems almost like the fighting game genre is like impenetrable, and everybody's kind of already figured out the ones they like, and they kind of reject the ones they don't. So maybe there's something more happening about how this compares to the entrenched fighting game franchises, but still pretty scary stuff that even Riot Games couldn't break into the fighting game genre. So let me know if you played 2XKO and what you thought of it down below. And also, I don't know, somewhat silver lining. One of the three game studios that were on the chopping block after the Microsoft kind of split has officially spun off this week. Compulsion Games, the developers of We Happy Few and South of Midnight, have successfully spun off and are now no longer under the greater Microsoft umbrella. The unfortunate part is we're waiting a little bit for the other shooter drop, considering that Double Fine the Psychonauts developers, they had to lay off 25% of their staff a couple weeks after spinning off from Microsoft, and something like that could happen at Compulsion Games. So, we'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully it doesn't happen. That somehow they can figure out the financial viability of keeping 100% of their staff. But pretty scary times. But I'm excited that Compulsion Games still exists and will hopefully continue to develop their next games, because I do like them. I do like their games. I played We Happy Few. I played South of Midnight. So pretty exciting stuff there. And I always thought they were a little bit off the beaten path as far as like AAA games, but still I think all of them have had heart, and I like the art style for all of them and telling really interesting stories. So excited to see that Compulsion Games still exists somewhere, even if not under the greater Microsoft umbrella. Posting a big W this week is GTA 6 was announced that it has already generated almost $500 million with over $400 million worth of revenue just from pre-orders alone, which is pretty crazy stuff for a game that hasn't even launched yet and is still 3 months away from launch. According to Sensor Tower, a reporting institution, they've got 4.1 million units already sold, which is crazy. Again, as someone who's developed pre-order curves, like this is definitely a really good place to start, and like this doesn't even represent half of what will probably happen, depending on my pre-order curves might be a little bit out of date, but again, not I think you already know that GTA 6 is going to be really big, if not the biggest game ever released, and maybe the biggest entertainment release of all time. So pretty exciting stuff there. But yeah, even through all the leaks this week that I'm not going to talk very much about, GTA is still already cranking along, and I don't know that any of that is going to dissuade hypes for even more people to pre-order into GTA 6. So I have not yet added to that total. I'm still waiting to see, even though I will definitely be playing it in November, but just haven't bought a pre-order yet for GTA 6. Best Buy is celebrating its 60th anniversary this weekend, specifically on Saturday, so hopefully you're getting this before the weekend. And for that, you're getting some stonks. No, you will be able to buy a $100 gift card for merely $60 while supplies last, one per person, and also in person only. So, head down to your local Best Buy this weekend if you want to make $40 instantly by buying a $100 gift card for just $60. I was hoping that it would be digital, but that probably wouldn't work, and you'd be able to like maybe one per customer if you had an account, but these are in person, and you have to go and pick one up by yourself. So, no one's getting a Switch 2 for, $300 this way, but maybe you'll be able to, instantly collect $40 for a little bit of effort by going in store. So, exciting stuff happening at Best Buy this weekend. Arc Raiders announced a pretty interesting brand collaboration with Subway this week. So there's a whole new battle pass or outfit or kit that you'll be able to wear within Arc Raiders that is all sponsored by Subway. And yeah, I didn't know that there was still franchises in the post-apocalyptic robot wasteland, but yeah, you will be able to, again, I don't know what it is, if you'll just have like the color scheme of like the white, yellow, and green, whether or not you get, a meatball, or a foot-long pickaxe or something. So pretty interesting stuff going on in Arc Raiders. And yeah, one of those head-scratching worthy brand collaborations. But yeah, glad to see Arc Raiders is still alive and thriving. And, if Subway can help fund that a little bit, then keep it going. So exciting stuff there. The cheapest way you can get a brand new Xbox was announced this week. You just have to build it yourself out of Lego. There is a Lego version of the official Lego version of the first Xbox. Again, probably celebrating its 25th anniversary this week or this year. So you can get that for, a little bit pricey at the $330, but You can add it to your collection of your Game Boy or your Nintendo or Super Nintendo Lego kits that you already have, because of course you do. And yeah, you'll be able to build a Lego and what they do with them. Like they've already shown off pictures of what the kit will look like, and they have nods to like Psychonauts and Morrowind and Halo in there as well. But you can also just have the the black Xbox, original Xbox console, and it'll have the Duke controller, which I'm pretty excited for. So potentially a good Christmas gift for me this year. But yeah, looking forward to a Lego Xbox in the not too distant future. Interesting thing happening with Control Resonant. Good news is that the game has gone gold, which means that like it's the final version of the game has been submitted to the first parties, so that you can the final version of the game, even though there'll be day one patches and all that kind of stuff, has been submitted. So the game will be coming out on its release date, September 24th. However, the physical version has been pushed a couple weeks onto October 15th, which I find a little bit intriguing, considering the whole gone gold vernacular was started when developers would send their games to, again, first parties, to be printed on discs, and that was like the official gone gold moment. That's when you've submitted a gold version of the build, like the build people will be playing when the game launches. That's a little bit an outdated vernacular, for considering there's day one patches nowadays, and you have to be connected to the internet, and there's still development sometimes happening post gone gold status. But yeah, all of that is just a little bit of history on what going gold means. But yeah, it's interesting that it has gone gold, which resulted in or maybe not, maybe it's not causal, but is also, as well as also being delayed to physical, which is interesting, and something I guess we won't have to worry about when Sony inevitably kills physical. But yeah, Control Resonant will be coming out digitally, at least on September 24th, but physically on October 15th. So so many games happening in September. I can't even promise that I'm going to be playing this one at launch. So maybe I'll wait for that physical release when October is a little bit lighter than September. Last but not least, the saga of will they, won't they, Dave Bautista playing Kratos is officially over, and no more speculation, as it has been officially announced that Dave Bautista will be taking over as Kratos in the Amazon God of War show after Ryan Hurst's injury a few weeks ago. So yep, the version of Kratos you will be seeing will be Dave Bautista in the upcoming God of War show. So I again was already excited for it. I think Bautista is a great person to be playing as Kratos. I'm curious what could have been with Ryan Hurst, but I'm interested to see what Bautista's take on a brooding father figure will be like in the God of War show. So I'm excited for it regardless of who was playing Kratos, but a little bit more excited now that Dave Bautista is playing, unfortunately, after, again, Ryan Hurst's injury. So but that's it for this week. Let me know if you feel I forgot anything down below in the comments. But as always, thanks for watching. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super weekend. And I hope you have a super day. Bye!